In this devotional, I'm going to share with you 3 thoughts from Proverbs chapter 18, verses 6 through 8, where we will learn to consider what we say. Proverbs chapter 18, verses 6 through 8 says, "A fool's lips walk into a fight, and his mouth invites a beating. A fool's mouth is his ruin, and his lips are a snare to his soul. The words of a whisperer are like delicious morsels. They go down into the inner parts of the body." We know from James that the tongue is a fire. We know that the things that we say often have a lot more power or significance than we might have intended when we first said it. I think all of us realize that there is power in words. And this shouldn't surprise us. After all, the Lord uses words to create all of the universe. So we shouldn't be surprised when we find out that words are significant. And because of that, we need to consider what we say. Here are 3 thoughts from Proverbs 18, verses 6 through 8. Thought number 1, words can provoke. I really like this verse. I like it a lot. I like it because it's the fool's lips that are starting the fight. It's his mouth that's inviting the beating. It's the person who has unrestrained speech that is getting them whooped in a fight. It's hilarious, and it's excellent, timely, appropriate advice, particularly for young men, who Solomon is writing to after all. So, we recognize that words can provoke. They can provoke others to violence. They can provoke others to give you that beating that you were just asking for. So let's make sure that the words that we use, that the things that we say are not inciting violence. Thought number 2, words can cause trouble. You know, it's the idle word, it's the careless word, it's the things said without thinking about it very much that oftentimes gets you into trouble. It's the stuff that you say when you're not being careful about your speech, when you aren't considering your language or the effects of it, that you find that trouble is there that you didn't have to be in. The inherent power of words is something that we learn, sadly, through experience. It would be better for us to know that words are powerful before we use them to hurt someone's feelings or to get ourselves into trouble. But as we learn this when we grow up, as we figure this out, as we experience, hopefully, small amounts of trouble and are able to avoid greater amounts of trouble, as we develop this knowledge that words are powerful, then we can start considering the things that we say and being more careful in our speech so that every word that we use is timely and appropriate and honoring ultimately to God. Thought number 3, words are impactful. Words are like delicious food that you eat and you feel go down into the belly. They have an impact. They have power. They have significance. I'm not saying that you can speak things into creation or some other such nonsense like that. That is not possible. But words do have an impact on the people who hear them. It is by the simple power of preaching that people develop faith. It's by hearing words spoken. These are the means that the Lord uses to turn the heart of stone into the heart of flesh. Isn't that amazing? We recognize that words are impactful, and because they are so impactful, we utilize them in ways that will bring God glory and honor, and we're careful not to use them to destroy or to hurt or malign the people who are around us. These three thoughts come from the assigned reading of Proverbs 17 and 18. If you'd like to read through the Bible with me, you can do so by joining the Facebook group Through the Bible, where we are reading the text of Scripture together.